Wow, look at that. That looks amazing. Wow. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Right, today we are going to attempt to fit these. This is a 1.8 boost gauge. It has a carbon fibre wrap or carbon fibre inserts inside, and it also has an upgraded LED red in there as well. So we're going to try and get this done today. We're going to remove the original boost gauge pod, take out the boost gauge and replace it with this one. So fingers crossed this should all go well, and I'm going to take you with me on this journey to get it done and to show you that you can do it yourself as well. So let's go. Right everybody, this is the current setup. We've got two boost gauges. We've got a PSI and bar. They're both a digital gauge by Pro Sport. They're really nice. I've got them set to red on both of these, so you'll see once I fit the new gauge that will really complement everything else in here. Obviously all the lighting is red. So we've got the two boost gauges, the digital ones by Pro Sport. These are set to red, as I say. One's bar, one's PSI. I wanted that for my setup, but obviously you can do whatever you like on yours. I have set them both to be red when I turn the lights on, and I'll do another video because a lot of people have been asking me about how I installed the boost gauges. Although I've got a video, an older video of how to install your boost gauges, I'll do another video to give you more information and where to plug in the fuse into the fuse box. So we'll do that on another video, but today it's all about getting this boost gauge out. We're going to remove this panel here. This is the panel we need to remove, so we're going to pop that out using a plastic trim remover. I might just put a little bit of masking tape on there just to try and avoid damaging anything, and we're going to do that now. So we're going to get that inside here, and we're going to prise that up, pop this out, and then there's two screws to remove this boost gauge. So let's go, let's get this done now, and hopefully it all goes smoothly. Right guys, so my plastic trim didn't quite work. It was bending a little bit, so I've just put some masking tape on a screwdriver. I've got the first one popped, so we're going to work our way now round and pop this out, and then I'll show you the next part. Fairly simple. I've just pulled up on the top of the boost gauge just to get underneath it, and then just leave it up slightly, being as gentle as possible not to damage anything. Okay, and with a little bit of force, that's just popped that out. So we're just going to now we're going to remove basically there's two screws and a plug just there. We're going to plug that on, unplug that, and then take the two screws out of the back. But let's just get that unplugged, and then I'll show you what to do from here. So really simple. You just unplug. There's a little clip at the back. You just push that in, and that unplugs the boost gauge. So we're going to remove that now, and we're just going to, I think there's two screws at the back, but a bit of an awkward angle to show you. So I'll just set this to one side, just give that a bit of a clean inside, and then we can get this next part sorted. Right, okay, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to flip this over, and I'll show you whilst on my lap. Got two screws, or two 5-star screws, one there and one on the other side. So we're just going to take those out, and that will release the boost pod, and then we'll just simply change it over for the new one, which I'm really excited to get in. So let's do that now. Let's get that changed over. Right, okay, so that's the two screws removed, and then we're just going to simply remove the pod. from its housing. So really simple. This is like a 10-minute job. The worst thing, I guess, is popping that out and not damaging anything. I've got a couple of scuffs on there, which is a little bit disappointing. But this removal part is very simple. Once out, 2 screws, and the pod simply is removed. So now we're going to set the new one in place and put the 2 screws in and put this back together. Right, let's grab the new one. And we're going to simply feed this into place. A little bit awkward on my lap, so we're just going to feed that into place like that, and then we're just going to put the 2 screws in now. And then we'll flip this over and get this back in. Right, there we have it. 2 screws are in, and there's the new boost pod and gauge. I don't know really if you can see that very well, but let's get this plugged in. Probably not the best lighting in here, I'm afraid. We've got the carbon fibre faces and a 1.8 bar now, instead of the 1.2. So this is an RS boost gauge going up to 1.8 bar. And simply, this is a plug and play. So we're just going to plug this in now, back into the wire there, and then we'll turn this on and go for a little drive and see what it's like. So really simple, everyone, just re-plugging that back in. That's just a push fit straight back in, and then we're going to I'm just going to marry this up and then push this back down. So I'll get that clipped in, and then we can turn on the car, see what these look like. Hopefully we'll see a real improvement on the lighting on this. So yeah, really excited to get this back together and switched on for you. Right, so we're all married up. We're just going to give it a clip in, push it in, and then we go back together. And yeah, that was really simple, really very simple. As you can see, might catch it here, caught 2 little scuffs there, and I think this one here. That's really disappointing. So be very careful. Might be an idea, didn't think about it till now, might be worth of just masking taping this out, just to give it a little bit of protection. That could have been the way forward. Certainly if you're starting where I did on this edge and went up, it might be worth just putting a little bit of masking tape around there. Yeah, so a little bit disappointing. That's going to annoy the hell out of me now. Not sure what I can do with that, but that's in. So hopefully, as I say, it might be worth considering a bit of masking tape around the edging, all the way around the edge, to protect this. Hindsight, wonderful thing, but there you go, it's done now. So right, let's get the tools, or one tool put away, which was the screwdriver with the 5-star, and let's get the old boost gauge away, and then we can start up the car. Right, everyone, let's turn this on and see what everything looks like. We'll start the car and take it for a little spin. Hey, nice. That looks wicked. That really goes well now with the interior. And look how bright that is. Wow. Oh, that looks cracking. That looks really good. Really happy with that. And it's going to look amazing when it's dark. So we're just going to warm up the car, and then we'll just go for a spin. So yeah, look at that. Wow, I'm so pleased I did this. Cool, that does look amazing. Really good. Cool, that really does add to the interior of the car now. It's got the carbon fibre surround on the gauges, on the pod gauges, on the digital. We've got obviously the SD3 carbon going on the interior, and now we've got the carbon gauges and the upgraded LED red light just to sort of finish that off. That looks really cool. So now really this needs to be sorted in here, but that looks amazing. Really pleased with that. What a great little upgrade. Right, let's go take it around the block. Right guys, I'm going to take you around the block with me just to check out gauges. Let's get past this car. Right guys, let's go. No hard pulls yet, obviously the car's just warming up. Everything looks like it's working okay. It might not register too well until we do a big pull, obviously now being at 1.8 bar. I'm on stage 2 Revo, as you probably are aware, so therefore it was hitting the 1.2 in the red. It's useful to have the boost gauges here as well, give you an indication. To be fair, I think it's pulling around 1.2, 1.3 bar, so it shouldn't in theory hit anywhere near 1.8. So we'll just scoot around the block a couple of times, get the car warm, see if we can do a pull, and then conclude this video. Right, just to talk to you about future plans, I might look to upgrade the exhaust. Although we're running a Mongoose setup, we've got a Miltech downpipe, a Mongoose Sports Cat 200 cell, which leads onto the Mongoose catback, but it's a resonated, so it's got the bigger single box at the back. I'm tempted to change that to a section 59. I am kind of happy with the sound in terms of it's not too loud, it's not too abusive, but I could do with a little bit more noise going on. It's fine once you've got your foot down, so it's kind of, you could say it's the best of both worlds in some respects. I like the fact that I can hear the turbo noise and the induction, which is really sweet. You know, it gives you a good noise for on the turbo side, so you've got more of that than the exhaust. but it's not, you know, it's not horrible. It's a reasonable sound, but I think I just want a little bit more now, whereas originally I didn't. So I might look to upgrade that. We've got plenty to do. We've got new lights, front headlights, or front headlight bulbs to install. Also the interior lights down in the footwell as well. We've got those to do. We've got to do the new sun strip. We've got new badges for the rear, and yeah, there's plenty to do on the car and get this really ready for, I guess, some respects, Ford Fair this year, Ford Power Live, and anything else that's going on. So I'm looking forward to seeing you guys there, like last year. But the gauges, you can see, are working. You might not really see on the camera, but it's now showing it's getting warm, so that's good. There was no reason why it wouldn't work anyway. It's just a plug and play, but that really does look sweet. I mean, I'm happy with the lights. They look really good. As I say, really nice upgrade. So we're getting a little bit warmer now. Might have to go around once more. But everything's working. The turbo gauge is moving. As I say, we're not going to hit 1.8 bar anyway. So, but really, in terms of the reason I'd done it, behind it, it was going to give that better look and feel, and sort of finish off that whole section of the car with the pod gauges, the boost gauges, the red. That was my intention, and obviously have a nice bright light showing on the turbo gauges above. Going to do anything too crazy. We're on a local street, so we're not gonna go crazy, but we'll do a pull. We'll see what these register. As I say, should we can get the space. It seems pretty clear. Let's go for one. Well, that picked up pretty quick, so we won't do that again locally on this kind of road, but it picks up pretty sharpish on the stage 2 Revo. And that noise, immense. But we're going to call it a day there. We're going to whiz back round, and yeah, we're not going to do any further pulls. We don't want to be damaging anything at this stage, and we're not on a racetrack, nor are we on anywhere really that's suitable for doing ridiculous pulls. So everything's working, everything's on, everything looks good, really happy, and so let's get it parked up, call it a day on the boost gauge installation, and all nice 370 Z there, I think, on the Nissan. Looks pretty sweet. Wait for this lady to park. Let's get around. Let's get back. installation today. Hopefully, we're running out of time a little bit dark now, so right everyone, that concludes the video with the brand new pod and gauges, or brand new gauges installed. Look at those, they look absolutely amazing, really nice, and they will look even sicker once it's dark, and adds greatly to the interior of the car. So really happy I did the installation. Really simple job, it's like 10 minutes. The most awkward part really was taking these bits out, which was a bit of a annoying. Could have maybe, as I said, masking taped up, but that's done now. It looks good, really happy, and really simple for you to do at home. Right everyone, that concludes the video today. Fairly simple installation of the new pod gauges with the red LED and the carbon fibre faces. Looks sick, really happy with that. 10 minutes 15 minutes installation. Obviously be very careful when you're taking out or prizing off the pod gauge part. A little bit tricky, does come up with a bit of a pew, and it caught, unfortunately, the interior there, so I'll have to have a look and see what I can do about that. So very frustrating, but really simple for you guys to do at home. So I do definitely recommend maybe upgrading and getting yourself something like that. If you haven't subscribed already, please press the subscribe button and hit the bell for any up and coming videos. And also watch out, I've got some new merch coming out, which will drop next week, so keep an eye out that on CUSTOMRIDES.uk. check that out for all your performance parts on your Mark II and also other vehicles. A lot of Ford stuff is up and running, so if you are into performance parts, then jump on CUSTOMRIDES.uk and have a look at that and get yourself something. There's a load of stuff on sale. It's definitely worth a look. So thank you very much. I'll catch you a bit later. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon.